Good afternoon. My name is Sungjin Song from Seoul National University of Korea, and this afternoon we have a special panel session on power generation titled Trends and Needs in Power Generation with a Focus on Asia. As you heard this morning, that most of the demand, or a lot of the demand, is occurring in that region, part of the world. Now, it turns out that Asia is a pretty big region as well. I mean, you've got the Far East, where I'm from, you've got the Southeast Asia, South Asia, Middle East, and so on. And so we have assembled a very distinguished panel from different regions in Asia, as well as other OEMs from Europe. So we will have a 20-minute keynote speech from Dr. Aliabadi of the Mapna Group. He's the CEO of the Mapna Group in Iran. And then we will have a four-person panel consisting of Dr. Stefan Florenchek. I'm sorry, I won't be pronouncing your names correctly. From Ansaldo, whom you heard this morning, and Dr. Mohammed Olia, who's the vice president at Mapna, and then Dr. Zhouzi Zhao, who's with Siemens in Germany, and Mr. Masada from MHPS in Japan. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Dr. Aliabadi of the Mapna Group. He has a PhD in mechanical engineering from KNT University of Technology, and he has his master's and bachelor's degrees in mechanical engineering from the University of Tehran and also the Sharif University there, respectively. He's an expert in energy systems and control systems. He has published extensively. He has 2 books, as well as 20 journal papers and many conference papers. And he's the first winner of the Karazami Festival in the field of applied research, which was in 2008. And he has had many important positions in the government, including the senior advisor to the Minister of Energy of Iran, Deputy Minister of Energy and Electricity and Energy Affairs, Chairman of the Board of the Tavernier Company, Chairman of the Board and Managing Director of Iranian Power and Water Resources Development Company, and he is currently the President and Chairman of the Board of the Mapna Group since December 2009. And so this afternoon, he'll tell us about the trends and needs in power generation with a focus on Asia and Mapna's role in this development. So Dr. Aliabadi, please start.
In the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful. Ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, good afternoon. I am very pleased to have the opportunity of attending Global Power and Propulsion Society 2018 Forum and share my views with you, excellencies, regarding power generation sector. It has always been my pleasure to attend the academic and industrial conferences. As a person who has been active in both industry and academia for many years, whenever I participate in such events, I feel more curious about the facts surrounding us all over the universe. Discovering new things, being informed about what other colleagues all over the world are doing, and spending 1 or 2 days with scientists, technologists, and the students, and everybody else who wants to know more, is an opportunity for me. But let me start with Mapna Group. Mapna Group has been founded with the aim of social welfare development in Iran by securing electricity generation demand and also development of other energy-dependent industries like oil and gas and rail transportation. Since many years ago, as the byproduct we have been able to generate more than 150,000 megawatt, 150,000 jobs over the time, which is counted as the foundation of welfare in every society. Since establishment, MAPNA has constructed more than 35,000 megawatt various kinds of power plants in Iran and some other countries in the region, and today another 15,000 megawatt is yet under construction. Obviously, it has had a good impact on social stability and prevention of abnormalities which might be caused by unemployment as a big threat of the societies. As a result, job creation has been boosted by localization of the power industry that leads to a more sustainable development of the country. In more recent years, rising power demand, the push for renovation of national infrastructure, as well as environmental commitments, have led us to take a new strategic direction in developing homegrown technology while still from win-win cooperation with international partners. The forecast show that energy consumption in non-OECD countries increased 41% between 2015 and 2014, in contrast to a 9% increase in OECD countries. As you know, this is due to the rapid growth in population and economy of China, India, Middle East and African countries, as well as some other Asian non-OECD ones. Of course, there would be a contradiction between the population growth rate and energy consumption growth rate. And that is because of the energy efficiency improvement in all sectors of the energy systems. Among the various types of energy consumption, the electricity demand is growing faster, and the main reason for that is the global electrification of the societies in very near future. We cannot disregard the changes being imposed to the society by the new era of digitalization. The Middle East region situation in power sector shows that many more activities should be undertaken in the next coming years. Although Iran in a reasonable condition by operating about 80,000 megawatt installed capacity and 15,000 megawatt under construction, but some neighbor countries such as Pakistan, Afghanistan, and even Iraq are suffering from the shortage of electricity. I believe Iran's great gas resources, along with the very well-established power plant equipment manufacturing technology and construction skills, can benefit solving the shortage of electricity in the neighboring countries. This idea has been followed up by MAPNA Group, and achievements are amazing in terms of rate of growth. A part of gas-fired plants and continuous improvement in fossil energy efficiency, MAPNA Group is an active in renewable energies as well. Now, I would like to pose a few questions which are of great importance to be noticed. Firstly, considering environmental issues, what would be still a reasonable share of fossil fuels, such as natural gas, for electricity generation in the future, to compromise with the fast-growing rate to compromise with the fast-growing trend of renewable methods. And secondly, considering natural geography of many countries in Asia and Middle East that contain many unpopulated sunny and windy areas and no green. If renewable energies like wind and solar, including PV, and any other unconventional future technologies can substitute conventional thermal and combustion-based methods in compliance with the sustainable growth of the region. And thirdly, in accordance to the answers to two previous questions, do you think the future of energy systems should be more complex or conventional methods are still reliable and feasible? Answers to those questions will shape the future of our research on turbomachinery technologies. Common belief is that power gas turbines would remain at least an effective backup resource for intermittent generation by renewable methods. As you may already know, in spite of access to huge gas and oil resources in Iran, we are confronted with shortage of fresh, potable water resources, albeit in many places, brackish and saline water are available, which is the case for many other countries in the region. The question is that, which methods are in favor of environment for water desalination and economically feasible for the region? Which methods of cogeneration are more suitable and logical for the region and global environment? Power generation in combined cycle power plant and water generation by MED, MSF, RO, EDI, and so on. Are there any new economic methods possible to overcome the well-known water and power crisis both together? It seems that the more sustainable economy and growth in the region, the less experiencing the ugly phenomena like terrorism and ISIS in the future. Therefore, offering enhanced technology-based patterns and models of combined energy and water production, as well as economically optimized methods of growth, promotes peace and friendship in the region and consequently the whole world. So finally, the technology can prevent disasters. Based on its well-established strategy, MAPNA Group is seeking cooperation with you. With knowledge-based organizations, universities, and scientific centers worldwide in order to find ideal solution for the above-mentioned questions. Currently, we attempt to reduce greenhouse gases by upgrading our gas and steam turbines, which are being used in combined cycle power plant, combined heat and power, combined water and power, and so on. While meeting our country and some of the other countries in the region energy demands, we try to minimize environmental impacts. Investing in wind energy farms and manufacturing wind turbines, as well as performing fundamental researches on biological energy conversion methods, are MAPNA's well-planned strategies. Dear colleagues, I believe if we intend to manage the energy intensity, electrification is the main key toward this goal. Electrification in mobility as well as residential heat supply are the main action toward a more energy efficient world. Currently, Tehran, the capital of Iran, and many other Asian megacities like Beijing, Jakarta, and so on, are suffering from air pollution caused by cars, residential heating systems, and local industries. The fast growth of the social welfare in highly populated Asian countries and usually not caring about energy conservation is leading to higher energy intelligence, mainly in transportation and electricity demand. So, electrification in transportation, as well as other industrial and rural applications, would have a significant impact on on pollution control and emission. New advanced power plants are required to cover the rising demand of electricity due to electrification in the large cities in Asia and Middle East. In the Middle East, in particular, the main part of fossil power are being generated by highly flexible, efficient mid-sized gas turbines. This would decrease the growth rate of jumbo H and J class machines that seem too large to accommodate the demand, especially in smaller countries with lower demand of electricity. On the other hand, the price reduction in renewable electricity generation and the meantime of electricity storage cost reduction means maintaining the dispatchability as well as competitiveness of the new renewable energy and storage systems. In the future, the new energy systems efficiency would be improved by introducing so much complexity into these systems, some in electricity generation part and more in energy management, storage and transmission and distribution and consumption divisions. These complicated methods, by using new disruptive technologies like Internet of Things, would be more evident in the future of power systems, and decentralization and energy intelligence will influence the life of every man and woman in the world. So it seems that the combination of electrification, decentralization, and digitalization in the energy sector would result in highly energy efficient system. I think the main concern of the key players in today's power business is how to keep this business as economic as possible and which new services could be provided by them to their customers, and more importantly, to improve their capital allocations. Among all of these concerns, they should also protect their products from new intelligent internet-related threats. And the last question is about very new disruptive technologies from power generation and effect of these new methods on the society. In my opinion, the exergy consumption in the natural energy systems, like every creature in the world, is optimum. So, while the humans are thinking to harness from the sun, wind, and other renewable resources to produce power, they should come back to the biological energy systems to learn more about exergy and entropy. So today it is a privilege to be in a conference which is responsible to investigate the power and propulsion systems from various aspects, and I want to ask the question from the Honorable Chair, panelists, and all respected attendants. We think about the artificial intelligence, digitalization, using cloud and big data, new business models, decentralization and electrification, but what else would be there in the future? Do you think we need to set back from introducing more complexity into the energy systems and invest more in finding the facts about the green biological energy systems, which are more simple, more efficient, more environmental friendly, and of course, more intelligent? Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Aliabadi.